Hello and welcome everyone tuning in, listening to this Acastronic podcast. I've got one of the members from Acastronic on here today to just chat about a bit about himself and his background, kind of getting to know him as a musician. And the guy I'm chatting about is none other than Jonathan Hagan, aka Jay. And yeah, hi Jay, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm okay.
You okay?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Good to see you
How
again.
long? How long you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for asking. It's been a long week this week, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just we're kind of doing today's podcast as a get to know the musicians out of Acastronic. So we might not talk about Acastronic too much in today's episode, but we are planning later on down the line to do a more in detail uh, about the roles that these guys perform in and the inclusive ensemble Acastronic, which has been absolutely amazing. And just a quick side note that Jay here, he's on our first episode and he's also the rep of Acastronic, but I'm going to ask him more about that later. So, Jay, can you tell us a bit about yourself? What's your hobbies, favorite pastimes, if you have any pets, or let us get to know you.
Um. Uh. I.
You.
I. Have fun. I have
You have.
a ball.
You have a dog,
Holiday.
Polly.
No.
No.
Holiday. Holiday.
Oh, Parker.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Um.
And
I have
and you have
two.
two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, two nephews. Ah,
Yeah. Miss,
Mason
Miss, and
and
good.
Ray.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
And
I like,
you like
I love my iPod
oh, you like your iPod
and
and
that was a book.
MacBook
Yes. And
and
I love
you love
all
all
my
all music.
life.
Spoken like a true musician, just loves every element of it, every genre.
Yeah.
Anyway, so gonna just a quick couple of quick fire questions here for the first getting to know everyone. And one of the questions I want to ask you, Jay, is how did you start making music? When did you get involved? Did you know that making music with technology was possible when you started?
I had
You had
no to
you had no idea
until
until
Johnny Lyons
Frank Lyons,
and
and
Brandon
Brendan
McCullough
McCluskey,
and
and
Gordon
you had
some football
a couple
from
from
the
Drake. Oh, the Drake Music Project.
yes,
Yeah, very very cool group.
yes, God,
They started
coming
coming
and
in
prayer,
Fleming Fulton. Fulton.
yeah,
Ah, cool. So they were going in there to do a couple of classes.
yeah,
Ah,
forever, from
every week.
yeah,
Nice.
forever, from
Fleming Fulton.
yeah, and I heard
You heard
that
they
Brownie the done
all that they done.
one to one
All that they done one-to-ones.
and then
And then
I started to chat
oh, then you started one-to-one sessions with Frank and Brendan
for
before.
for
Oh, four.
it's just a long time, a long
Oh, a long
time,
time.
and then
And then
I heard
you heard
that
that
Frank
Frank
had
had
a bond
he had a band.
in
Ah, what was the name of the band?
July,
The Wired.
Wired,
Oh, the Wired Ensemble.
yeah,
Ah, yeah, I've heard and seen a couple of things online about them. You were part of them?
yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I've known you a few years now, and that's the first time actually figuring out that you were part of that ensemble too. That's really cool.
I don't know.
You don't know
Yeah,
if
they're
they are
still
still,
on school.
if they're still going. Uh, I can't remember when I googled them, but I googled them not too long ago, and they seem to be still doing one or two cool things. Must check that up again. But that's really cool. So from hearing about that, like, can you tell us a bit more about your music background? So you mentioned Drake music there, and then you mentioned the Wired Ensemble, but can you give us a bit of, I suppose, kind of history to your music background?
And that's what what we got
One weekend.
so warm.
Someone
So
said, J.
George.
You wanna go
With
with
us.
us
On. On. The great.
from the Drake?
Red. Never.
They were
Going.
going
On.
on
Ha.
a
Resident.
residential
Over.
weekend away
Over.
over
Border. Over.
away
Down.
down
So.
way down south. Cool.
I said.
You said
Oh.
okay.
Okay. I said.
You had
No idea
you had no idea.
what and and
And
the other
there was
all
a
guys
gang
of
of
this
of Drake people.
they
Oh, cool.
from
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 Belfast,
and then
and then
never never
oh, and from Derry.
no
Oh, sorry.
never
There was
no never
Newry
because
because
yeah
that
where
where
they are from
oh that's where they're from,
and
and
they have
they had
some
some
from
from
Ireland.
from Ireland.
I said
You said
okay
okay,
and
and
we are
we all had
meeting
we all had a meeting,
and
and
we flag
oh it was
flag
Frank
and that
and Brendan.
that they were
They were
Lily Lily
oh they were the leaders,
and
and you can
never forget.
remember being there.
No.
Oh,
I can
I can
never
never
forget
forget
what
what
the
they
said.
they said.
They said
They said
right
write
something,
something,
but
but
on
I can only
have
Have
done
you only have sound?
very
It was very
good
it was very good
to see
to see
what
what
you can do.
what you can do. Well, what you can do with just sound.
And
That's cool. Yeah. So was that kind of the big moment where you went, wow, yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna I'm gonna start putting some cool sounds together.
yeah,
Nice. Yeah, there's always one memory for musicians that kind of sticks out in their minds about when you kind of went, whoa, this is what I need to be doing. By the sounds of things, that was yours. And
yeah.
it's pretty cool too that it was Frank and Brendan from the get go, who of course you still work closely with.
I have
You had
learned
to learn.
more,
No,
more
you had more.
than
You had more learning
from
from
that
Frank
about
about,
but
but
I have
you
sincere
have to say,
you
I'm right.
open was that
It was probably Frank
I'm
and
being
Brendan
that
that
really
really
near me.
really knew you and got you into it.
Yeah,
Ah, that's cool. So it's always really, really good when you get inspired by someone and then they're always around to kind of help keep making music, and you definitely have been inspiring a lot of people to be making music. Yeah, it's been really, really cool. Yeah. So I mean, because because I know you already, one of the questions that I have here for you and for all the gang in Acastronic is about the instruments that you play. Kind of getting to know you, but like, I think it's really, really cool because I'm gonna ask you how how many instruments and what instruments do you play, and it's just so cool that you're probably about to list a few things that most people will go, oh God, I didn't even know that existed. So, how many instruments can you play, and what are those instruments?
um, but I um I
You play on an iPad?
yeah it can
It can.
offer all different
Can open all different
and
apps.
look at one
The best one.
I
You.
and sometimes
Oh, the best one you've used is Thumb Jam.
all all
Or
not
Launchpad.
you.
Yeah. I mean, the iPad there, just as an instrument, like you said, it's kind of like having an unlimited amount of instruments on one thing, which is amazing. But I know earlier you mentioned your MacBook, and I know you've used that in the past for some
But
music making.
I would
You would
like to
like to.
like the the
Or you like to learn?
more.
Yeah, learn more. Well, I mean, we're all in the same boat. Everyone's gonna want to keep learning more. It's just keep chipping away at it. But going back to instruments, is there any others that you've used with Acastronic or Drake that have been really, really cool?
We have
You have.
the heart.
Oh, the push pads?
I really
You really
like
like. Oh, you really like the push pad?
the
Yeah, no, they're fun too.
heart
It has to
walk
work
from
from
from uh,
from a
my,
of from a MacBook.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, the push pads are really cool when you get them set up and you can load up a bunch of cool things that you can trigger and manipulate. It's really cool. But you've used uh motion sensors in the past, haven't you? To make music.
Yeah.
Were they fun? Were they annoying? Did you like those ones?
But we have
We had
that
the
sound freedom.
oh, you had a sound beam.
Yeah.
Was that fun to use?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't think I've actually ever used one. Must see if I can find one somewhere and get a go on it. So, Jay, I know you take immense pride in working with Acastronic and kind of working with all the guys in the band and all the people involved to come in. So it must be pretty cool to be able to say that you're also the rep for Acastronic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool role to have. You're kind of seen as
Yeah.
the guy who's gonna stand up for everyone and kind of say, kind of bring up things that need brought up
Yeah.
at our meetings and things. So like it's pretty cool. So like, what's it like being rep for Acastronic?
Very
Very,
good.
it's very good.
I
You
would
would.
not. It was
It was.
very Lewis,
Lewis. Oh, it was Lewis.
idea,
Lewis's idea
because
because
he
he
wanted to
wanted to
get
get
see feedback
oh he wanted to get feedback
from
for
him. uh,
for his piece he was working on,
And
and
Frank
Frank
gave
gave
you
the
were looking feedback.
oh and Frank was looking for feedback too.
If
Ah, right.
that one is the main
Then it fell to you to get the feedback from everyone.
yeah,
Very good. And of course, with that now, we'll probably be getting all the feedback, making sure everything's, said that needs saying, and then helping to look after some of the online stuff like Facebook, making sure that, the cool things that are being done at Acastronic are being pushed out there. So
yeah,
you're you're going to be busy. That's for sure. But anyway, that brings us on now to the last question. Like I said earlier, like these first couple of questions are let's get to know Jay and some of his musical background and some of his experiences and things he's done. And next time we have Jay on the podcast, it will be about him and his role with Acastronic and all the amazing cool gigs and compositions that he's worked on in the group. But yeah, so my last question for you today, Jay, is who musically inspires you?
well,
Well,
I,
you.
I, I like
You like
all
all
the
different music
music from
from
the 90s
the 90s
and
and
80s.
80s. Well, I mean, it's very, very hard to beat music from the 80s and, the 90s too. So, any inspiration from those eras to write a new piece at all, maybe?
I
You
am
are
hoping
hoping
to write
to write
a piece
your piece
darling, darling,
oh, you're hoping to write your piece down the line? Cool.
and
You can't
I can't say
you can't say
more.
there you go. playing your cards close to your chest, I see.
Yeah.
Good. Bit it keeps it a surprise. Bit of mystery to it. I look forward to hearing it because anything you guys do is fantastic. And
Yeah.
I hope to be involved in it.
I,
You can
I,
you are
I,
you are
I'm going to
going to
need,
need
yeah,
need me.
yeah,
Oh well. One thing I should say about the guys at Castronic is that their work ethic is through the roof. So now that I have offered my services, I'm going to be incredibly busy with this project. But that's cool. No, cheers, Jim. Looking forward to that. That's gonna be cool.
oh,
Anyway, we'll wrap it up there because we do have a part two to do down the line. Uh, because I know otherwise we could be here for another 2 hours chatting. Easy. So, uh, thank you very much for everyone kind of listening in or watching this. My name's Ryan Rogers, and my guest for this evening has been Jonathan Hagan, aka Jay from Acastronic, and thank you very much. Cheers, Jay.
bye.
See you later.
Bye.